Alpine sports, the pastime for the enthusiast or only for the professionals? Well, in Japan there's certainly a history of the Yamatoko, the gentleman mountaineer, who for the tasks of work or for the pastimes for fun, utilize practical yet reliably rugged timepieces as part of their ordinary life as sportsmen and explorers. This is the Seiko Alpinist SARB017, generation 5 of 6 generations of the Seiko Alpinist. This watch coming in at 39.5mm with a 6R15 movement. This proven movement features 50 hours of power reserve and is hacking and hand winding. Although the Seiko Alpinist traces its original heritage back to the Laurel Alpinist introduced in 1961, the modern Alpinist was reintroduced in 1995, 30 years after the original Alpinist had been discontinued. This modern Alpinist features not only a reliable movement and a modern case size, but the level of finishing that Seiko is able to bring to the table, even to their mid-tier watches. Just look at the details on the lugs here. We've got beveling actually on both sides of the lugs. Notice the subtle beveling on the inside of the lugs. This is the kind of thing that you see in the SARB line that carries through very nicely in the sportsman style watch. On the case back, you'll also notice that there's a slight cutaway to help aid the passing through of a strap, and this watch has a very jewel-like quality without any strap on, but it really begs for a good solid one-piece strap with that non-display case back. In fact, careful finishing of the case and the flat, slightly raised sapphire crystal is very reminiscent of another mountaineering exploring watch, but this Seiko Alpinist wears its signed crown proudly. And there's little doubt the SARB017 in particular moves into a very unique design territory with its brushed sunburst green dial and the unique gold-plated applied indices and numerals. Adding to the technical chops of the watch, as well as a very unique feature, is the bidirectional non-clicking rotating bezel. This little internally rotating bezel is made to help the mountaineer find true north, which if you don't know how to do that with a three-handed watch, you should probably find out. It's cool. The smooth, subtle lines of the crown guards are almost vaguely reminiscent of a weathered mountain, and the two crowns themselves are nestled in like two stones on an edifice. The smaller crown of the internally rotating bezel to the side nestled inside of the case, and the larger crown easily accessible, both because of its interestingly textured design and also because it's at a very normal 3 o'clock position. Other busy stuff going on with the dial is, of course, the text, which features both a kind of retro-style text and then information about the movement and the fact that it has 200 meters of water resistance. The printed text is my least favorite part of the dial, by the way. You also have these lovely cathedral-style hands, which honestly bring a lot of the dial together. There's a lot going on this watch, a lot, but I've come to appreciate its cult following, and it isn't just because of provenance or uniqueness. The way that it all flows together is surprisingly effective. To indulge in my imagination for a moment, there's almost something bucolic or pastoral happening on the dial, and taking the smooth, bold flowing case design and then going down the fairly organically steeped internal bezel down to those smooth, rounded indices with the cathedral hands, it's almost like you're on a mountaintop looking down into a valley. No doubt to many people, this design is a bit rococo for a sports watch, but in this era of overly technical, brutish, minimal designs, I'm happy to see something organic and a little overbaked come across the table. At the end of the day, it's a dynamic reminder of the unique contributions Seiko has made to the world of sports watches. I'd like to thank Massdrop.com for sending me this Alpinist in for review, and if you're interested in buying this watch, I highly recommend going to Massdrop, becoming a member, and getting in on this drop. Now, Massdrop is an online retailer with a community that works to get the best deals and the most interesting gear in the industry, and this Alpinist is offered at an excellent price of $330, so make sure you check it out if you're not already a member. If you're the kind of subscriber that watches my videos all the way to the end, well, bully for you. Make sure to let me know that you made it this far in the comments below. This is a shot of the watch on my 7¼ inch wrist. As you can see, the 20mm lugs really suit the watch well, but on this alligator strap, it just didn't work for me at all. I had a hard time breaking this strap in. What kind of watch would you like to see next for a review? Make sure to comment. If you haven't checked out my State of the Collection video, maybe see some of the watches I haven't reviewed, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks a lot.